Hello and welcome. This is 1 million views and my name is Jidechi. Here we get to talk about stories that involve our everyday lives as human beings, and on today's show we would be talking about domestic violence. Is domestic violence something that concerns only the women or only the men? That's what we're going to be doing on today's show, and I have three wonderful people in the studio with me today, and they are going to be dissecting this topic with me. I'll allow them to introduce themselves, starting from the person closest to me.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Lucky Chidima.
All right.
My name is Victoria Wane.
Victoria and
I am
Osato. Three wonderful people in the house with me, but let's go right into it, guys. What do you think about domestic violence? Whenever we get to talk about domestic violence or whenever the topic comes up, it's always men are beating women. Do you agree with this?
Well, for me, I feel like domestic violence is abuse.
Yeah.
Right? And the whole notion of it over time has been men beating women. That's what we've seen in several instances, because a lot of people believe that the men are stronger than the women.
Yeah.
So therefore they have like the capacity to be able to, abuse the women who are like less powerful than them. So yes, that's what I think.
Okay. Osato?
Okay, so the idea for domestic violence is most times men to the women, yes. But I've seen a situation whereby I hold a lady and she's stronger than me. So I don't feel Mariam because I just say, this one will even beat me.
It's coming from a studio.
So it depends on, all these things happen from the very beginning, like when you're having courting, dating, and all that. There's something you notice. You probably notice those things, and you just wave it off. So when you get into the marriage and you hear like a woman just get to the point of doing something to that man that maybe she has done that thing before, and it just became something he can't take anymore. Do you understand? And then he had to do something about it. Doing something about it is not just beating the lady most of the time. It's maybe it can be a lot of things. It can be the talk, what we say to the lady. It can be the reaction, silence. I think that is most. If you're too silent, it's more violent.
Silent treatment.
Silent treatment is crazy for some ladies. And
it's not ladies that do silent treatments more than.
No, I think they hate it more, but they do it more. But they hate it when it's done to them.
Yeah, I agree.
They hate it so much. Like, if you want to really do something domestic violence, just be silent. They can stay in your front and say, do anything. I want you to say something. You must say something. So it's more of a person and where they are coming from. The man, most of the time, is about the man. Where he's coming from. How was his family in the past? His parents. How was the father handling situations at the time? Was the father beating the mother? Was there domestic violence in their family and all of that? So it stems from all of that. And women too do it, but men were in trouble. Like most of the time, some men are the ones that really, really in the limelight of domestic violence. Some men will. It's crazy how it turns out at the end of the day. So I don't really know what to say about it, but it's crazy and I feel really bad about it.
I mean, it makes me actually think about the whole thing, and I think one of my biggest challenges is having to deal with women that are very verbally aggressive, like people that don't know how to hold themselves once it comes to talking. The people that their own thing is, the way it's paining me now, I just say my mind. If I finish talking, and then when I come back and start, I shouldn't have said this. I hate dealing with those type of people. And to be very honest, many times we tend to think that domestic violence is simply about just physicality, whereas it can actually be other things.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things I'm actually scared of dealing once it comes to having to deal with people of the opposite gender. There are things.
I think most of the time they feel they can do anything. Then the man needs to take care of himself, needs to be able to hold on, not do anything. You understand? They feel they can hit you, or do anything to you, but you are the man. You know, I can verbally abuse you or say anything to you. You are the man. And in the long run, it becomes, your demand becomes a woman, because in the long run, you just slap you back.
I mean, you want the
you know, you don't push and things. So it's not okay, that verbal thing. I think some people will say it's better you beat me than you abuse me or say something to me that I don't like. For some people. So in the long run, women are good with talk. They know how to tell you how your grandfather, they were not there. But they will tell you how your grandfather was, or your papa, they will tell you where they are coming from. So when you hear all those things, sometimes
You get pushed.
you get pushed. And you can't, as a man too, you can't be pushed to the point of beating anyone.
Exactly.
So, but then it's happening. So there's nothing really, there's some things you can do to say, we can just talk about that, it will make sense. And we'll tell them, but some women will still not stop. Women should stop doing some things. Then let the men now know that, okay, I don't fuck up, I don't mess up, I won't, it won't happen again, or things like that. So, I don't know, for that thing is crazy. If it happens once, it can be happening continuously.
I mean, these women, they're not saying anything. They're sounding like
No, not like that. Well, for me, when you bring the word domestic violence, I usually think that it's more of, just physical. But it's more than that. Like for we women, we are good with talks. Like we are very good at being abusive. Like the way we tell the men is the way it is. It's even in the Bible. God gave women power in the tongue. There's power in the tongue. We don't have that back. But when we say it like this, men will be like, I think we trigger men to beat women. That's just it. Because we tell them what they want to hear. Those things that they don't want to hear is what we tell them. Because we know we can't just beat you guys. So we have to tell you. And when we tell you, you are already, the anger is already coming on.
You're not telling us
the way you want to hear it.
You are trying to
It depends. Some ladies are so calm when they are talking, but they are hitting the nail. Like they are saying it.
No woman that is calm down.
No.
I'm serious. Some women are calm when they are really talking to you, but they are really saying facts.
Even if you use a calm approach to still inflict pain in the part of the guy, it's still the same thing.
Choice of words most times.
No, I think some men don't want to hear the truth.
Okay.
Some women still don't know how
they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear the way it is.
They
They want you to bend it. But once you tell them straight up, they're like, "Why would you say that? How dare you? How dare you talk to me like that? I'm the head of the family. I'm this. I'm that." No, tell them the way it is. Like for me, I go tell my man the way it is. And if you're angry, walk away.
That's which is
I think it's not okay.
Which is a little place I have an issue. When you say the way it is, where do we now draw the line?
That
the way it is, you don't cross that. So that's where the problem is. Sometimes choice of words.
Yeah.
Trying to tell somebody, it's like when somebody that has a bad attitude is saying, "It's the way I am."
Yes.
But you're forgetting that your attitude has crossed from good to bad.
Yeah.
And you're saying is the. So when we now say telling somebody the way it is. At what point
you're telling somebody the way it is, you're not like calling the man he's stupid or he's mad. If a man does something you don't like and you tell him, maybe some men, they don't like you when you are expressive. If you're expressive, they say you're nagging. Yes, if you're expressive, they'll tell you that don't you know that I'm the man? They always feel this domineering spirit in them, and it shouldn't be so. It shouldn't be like that. Allow the lady to express themselves. Allow the lady to be the woman. Let them be the woman that they are.
Well, expressing yourself is good.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think men don't like that.
So men don't.
Actually, a lot of men don't.
Thank you very much.
Let's be very.
They don't.
Like, you don't like when
a woman is expressing.
It
like
depends on
you're saying
it depends on the way that the woman
I don't
is
like.
expressing.
There's no place we are guiding this thing from. We're just saying the way they express themselves. You can express yourself, you're stupid, you're mad,
No, when you say somebody is stupid, you're already.
That's actually still expressing yourself, to be honest.
Yes.
Yeah, but you're insulting the man.
You feel that way.
Actually, now it's on the same. That's actually still you expressing yourself.
Yes. You can say a man is a fool and he's the head of your family. You're a fool, and you be like, but I'm the man of this house.
And then you can say,
so the fool is.
But there's a way a lady can say it without saying that fool.
yes, that's
but you will know that she's already calling you a fool. That is where
As long as she's not saying
saying
you're a
it,
fool.
you might not necessarily get
You
it.
understand? As long as she's not saying you're a fool or you're mad or anything, or she has not said something that is in that line. Because there's so many things you can say, you didn't do that thing well.
Yeah.
Not, you're stupid when you were doing it, or something else. So it depends on how you are being expressive. You can be very expressive and be loving.
Yeah.
You can be angry and you say that thing and you will be very loving. And also, you can also be very, very quiet without even saying a word.
Yeah.
And you are doing something bad to the next person. So,
Exactly.
everything, you need to know your man, number one.
Or your woman.
I need to know
Or
your
your
woman
woman.
too, yeah.
You understand? When she's saying something like, you're like, she doesn't mean it. You should know. You know, she doesn't mean it. And then some men will do something, it gets to a point. Some men will tell you, before the argument, when the argument is about to come, the man will say, I make her come out. I don't want, we'll get this argument.